how you hold it. Ah, is that the way they like it?
I need to take it.
Meet Labmariner, our home in the water, and her crew. Anubis, the huntress. Jim, the captain. Mocha, the camera dog. Nuala, the greeter. And Stephanie, the cruise director. From the SS upon a wreck, we head south to Gun Cay in the Bimini Islands, where we anchor for several days. Our first night anchored next to Gun Cay is a bit windy and wavy, but in the morning we find that the waves have calmed, so we head to the beach area with the labmaraners.
Boy, whatever is blooming really is sweet.
You look very happy. You look very happy to be leaving Nuala. You excited? As you can see behind us, we're anchored off of Gun Cay in the Bimini Islands. And we're about to bring us and the dogs to shore.
Touch. Touch. Stay. Just walk up on the rocks and let them run around on the rocks without the leash.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get them some exercise. They will be very happy about that.
I'm trying to get pictures of you in action. Do something of action. Okay. Come.
Gun Cay, like most of the islands in the Bahamas, was formed by the accumulation of marine sediment which compacted to form limestone carbonate platforms over millions of years. Physical and chemical weathering formed the plated, honeycombed, and drilled out appearance of the rocks that we see today.
What you sniffing? What you sniffing, Anubis? What you sniffing, Anubis?
Heel.
What you think?
I don't think there's a trail.
I don't think this is a trail either. We've been making our own trail.
We come across the bodies of several washed-up man-of-wars on the beach. A Portuguese man-of-war, even if it looks dried up, remains venomous, and care should be taken to avoid touching the tentacles. Fortunately, none of the dogs were interested in these remains.
I saw it, yes.
Are we having fun, Anubis?
You been digging?
Somebody happy? How's that sand taste? Looks nice and grainy in your mouth. Are you a happy girl? Say, I don't look like I smile often, but I am smiling right now.
She certainly is. She just can't help herself.
Come on, step in. Go on, good girl. Go on, go on, go on, sit. Good girl. Oh, please.
It's our first time using that stern shower. Nuala, down. Lay down. Good girl. Good girl, Nuala.
Good girl.
From Gun Cay, we head to Honeymoon Harbor. Honeymoon Harbor is an anchorage on the north side of Gun Cay, but we have to head north about an extra nautical mile because it is bordered on 3 sides by rocks, and we have to very carefully plot a course around these rocks.
So we're now anchored over in Honeymoon Harbor, and we've docked our dinghy. There is a shark.
And we also spot our first stingray. The flat body of a stingray makes it perfect for hiding in the sand on the ocean floor. Stingrays are carnivores and like to eat animals that live on or beneath the sand, like worms, oysters, snails, shrimp, small fish, and squid. We picked up some squid from a store in North Bimini, and we're going to use this to feed them.
Here we go, ready? Here we go.
So what does it feel like when they grab it out of your hand?
Just like this.
Oh, very tender.
Yeah.
The food is held between the fingers and placed underwater at the top of the sand. The stingray then swims up and sucks up the fish from the fingers.
Front of their mouths. Let go of it. Yeah, you gotta get flat like that with your arm too. Put it in between your fingers, so it holds on just a little bit and it doesn't get away from you. Now put your arm and your and keep it as flat because they got to get it high up. They got to get up to here. There you go.
At the end of the tail are 1 or more barbed spines covered by a sheath. Stingrays generally aren't dangerous. In fact, they're quite docile. Stingrays usually only sting when a person accidentally steps on a stingray. A person is less likely to be stung by simply brushing against the stinger. Surfers who enter the water where stingray are present have learned to slide or stomp their feet rather than taking normal steps, as the rays detect vibrations in the sand and swim away.
It tickles when their wings go against your leg. So we are anchored in Honeymoon Harbor.
They call it Honeymoon Harbor. Whether or not it's a harbor is a good question. It can only really fit one vessel, and it's about 300 degrees in direction that if the boat drags, you'll run aground. So the app we use basically makes sure that our anchor doesn't drag, and thus our vessel doesn't run aground anywhere. Last night, my anchor alarm went off at about 2 in the morning because the wind direction we had expected to come out of the west was actually coming due out of the southeast, and when it did, we swung all the way around and started getting close to some shallow area. So I stayed up with the boat for about an hour and a half, and finally the wind did shift the way it was supposed to, and I went back to sleep, and now we're getting up right now at the crack of dawn.
So you were checking to see how close we were. Were you using a light, or how were you doing?
Yeah, I went out and took our big spotlight and started flashing it around. What you see on the flat little app that doesn't have a lot of map features is just a small amount. So last night I went up and just kind of scoped out where we were.
Yes, guys, we're sailing again. Well, that means sleep time. They did get a nice walk-in today, so I can see why they're a little sleepy.
So we're heading back to North Bimini. What have you enjoyed about the Bimini Islands?
That we could check in and then go explore. We spent 3 nights out as we were waiting for our post-immigration 5-day COVID test, which is scheduled today at noon. And what we've been able to do is a lot.
We dock at the marina for a few hours in North Bimini to get the dogs off the boat and to take our 5th day COVID test. Our appointment is at the only medical center in North Bimini, which is a short distance from the marina. Hello. Okay, so you two are both negative, okay? So
Thank you.
So between today and tomorrow, they'll send you an email just confirming that you're negative.
Okay, great.
All right.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Thanks for coming out and saying hi to the dogs. Good deal? We're good to go.
We are good to go.
Join us next week as we sail to Whale Cay in the Berry Islands, where we visit a lighthouse and snorkel a wrecked barge.